Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Luqman and I hope you're doing well today. Welcome to this tutorial video. It's going to be a quick tip, and if you have ever come across a situation, more than likely you have, where you've been wondering whether one portion of code works faster than another. For example, you write something one way, you run it, or you get your result, but then you wonder if you wrote it this other way, would it actually run faster? So I've got a simple test that I'm going to do. I've just created a new script here called compare loops, and I need to fill it in. So I'm going to compare a for loop against a while loop. So I just need to set up a few variables here. So I'm going to do a float counter. I'll just give it an initial value of 0. And I'm also going to make another variable here. It's going to be a float max loop iterations, I'll just call it. I want to say like 100,000 iterations. Okay, now I'll actually make my methods. So I'm going to do void test for loop speed. And another one, void test while loop speed. I'm going to have both of them do exactly the same thing. So with the while loop, I'll just say, while counter is less than max loop iterations, then I have to increment the counter here, so counter plus plus, and I'm just going to do some senseless operation like byte, add byte, something really ridiculous, and just say is equal to 1 plus 1. Okay, it's going to happen 100,000 times, this senseless operation, but anyway, we'll do exactly the same thing inside of here. So for the for loop, for int I is equal to 0, I less than max loop iterations, I plus plus. Okay, and we're just going to do exactly the same thing. I'll just copy paste that. Now, how to actually figure out which one's faster than the other, I'm going to use the stopwatch. So using system.diagnostics. Alright, so now we're going to actually create a new stopwatch here. So stopwatch, and just make it that, is equal to new stopwatch. Okay, and now we want to do stopwatch.start, so start the stopwatch, and at the end of the operation, do stopwatch.stop. Okay, now we need to print that out into the console so we can see how much time elapsed. So for that, I'm just going to do Unity Engine. So I have to do Unity Engine.debug.logs because once you start using system.diagnostics, it can get, it won't know which debug.log you're talking about. So yeah, I just choose to define it like that. And I'm going to say this is the for loop time taken. Put a space there, plus stopwatch.elapsed ticks. So you got an option here. You can put elapsed time. That'll give you hours, minutes, seconds, milliseconds. Or you can do elapsed milliseconds. It's too big a number. It doesn't go down enough decimal places. So elapsed ticks is a good one. It gives a good comparison. It is a tiny amount of time. It's not a millisecond. I don't know what you call it going down that small. So I'm just going to use elapsed ticks. And it's a good comparison. You can see like how many times something is faster than something else. Okay, and let's just copy all this and just put it in our while loop while we're at it. And yeah, just copy this one too. And I'm just going to change that. While loop time taken. And I need to run these, so test for loop speed and test while loop speed. And get rid of the update, don't need that for this simple test. Okay, that looks pretty good. So jump back into Unity, and I'm sure I had attached it, so all good. Let's give it a go. So it'll appear on the console. Oh, my mistake, I've got maximize on play, how hopeless. Okay, so let me just increase the size of that. And there you go, you can see there is a difference. So the for loop looks like it's just a little bit faster. You can divide that. You run this test a couple of times. Get yourself a couple of values, and let me just turn off that maximize on play. So again, I'll do that. And you can see there is a difference there. So the for loop versus the while loop. Yeah, it's not really surprising. I would expect that the for loop is a bit faster. I guess it's incrementing, the way it increments is a bit faster, or whatever condition it uses to finish itself is a bit faster. So if you just keep running that, you'll find that, look, that's the case. And even if you want to test it, you can try flipping these around, just in case you're wondering if that might have something to do with it, but no, it doesn't. So if we go back and do that test again, and this time the while loop's on top and the for loop is below, and look, you can just see that, yeah, look, the for loop is faster. So that's a pretty good way to compare portions of code, at least I think so. So I do that myself, especially if you're trying to do a project where you've got hundreds of thousands of data points that you're trying to run through, so you really do want to find a fast way to do it, so then you can actually build your bits of code and test them out against each other. All right, anyway, so that's it. That's my tip for today. If you like this, then please do make sure to subscribe. Anyway, thank you, and I'll talk to you later.